welcome. Hi. We are here today at the Center for Spiritual Living, and my name is Miss Liza. And you might know me or you might not, and it's all good no matter what. We're here today and we're going to learn, so many great things. We're going to learn about God. Do you know what that is? And we're going to learn about prayer, and we're going to learn about responsibility, and we're going to learn about meditation. We're going to have a song. We're going to have a craft. We're having a bunch of stuff. Hey, so let's start with God. What is God? Do you know? God is everything. It's everything. It's all there is. It's everything. There's not anything you can think of that's not God. You might think of some really yucky things, like dirt in your mouth. How could that be God? Well, it is. Dirt does have some vitamins and minerals in it. Don't eat dirt, but dirt is God. All of our vegetables grow in dirt, right? Yeah. So dirt is good. Dirt is God. And God is the clouds. And God is candy. And God is, just so much good stuff. And it's the lights. It's everything. And it's, you know what? You know where it is? Everywhere. You knew that, right? It's everywhere. And the most coolest place that I think it is inside of me. And that means it's inside of you too. And it's inside of a dog, and it's inside of a cow, and it's inside of everything. It's inside of trees. It's inside of the ocean. It's inside of everything. It's in everything, and it is everything, and it's good. It's good. And so every day, every week when I come on here and I do these videos, I decide that we can celebrate all of that goodness. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to light these candles. And there's all these things that God is listed here. And if you haven't done this before, that's okay. They say God is life, God is light, God is joy, God is peace, God is love, God is beauty, and God is power. Now, if God is all those things and God's in you, guess what? You are those things. Yeah. So we're going to celebrate that right now. I'm going to light a candle, and every time I'm going to say God is something, we're going to say I am that. All right? If you can read them, you can read it right. You can go right along with me. Here we go. God is life. I am life. God is light. I am light. God is joy. I am joy. God is peace. I am peace. God is love. I am love. God is beauty. I am beauty. God is power. I am power. And together we say, all of these things God is, I am. We get to be everything God is. I love that. Isn't that cool? So if we get to be everything God is, then we're pretty powerful, huh? We can just do about anything. If we're all those things, oh my gosh. But then you might say, there's some things I can't do. Like, I don't know how to build a rocket ship. But you know what? If I really, really, really wanted to use my brain, my heart, and my mind to do it and use the God inside of me, I bet I could do it. I bet I could, but it would take a lot of work, and maybe I want to use my work another way, and that's okay, right? But sometimes we forget. Sometimes there's things that are easy. Like, the other day I said, I don't know how to make a pie. I don't know how to make a pie. Do you know a really powerful word? Yet. If you just add that, anytime there's something you don't know, so I decided I would say instead, I don't know how to make a pie yet. And so you know what I did? I said, I'm going to say a prayer about how I can make a pie, because I don't know how to make a pie yet, but I'm going to work on it. So I said a prayer. A prayer is something that helps us remember that we have God inside of us and we can use it. And it's good, right? So I'm going to say a prayer right now. A prayer, the way I like to say them, has 5 steps. The first step is God is all there is. So I said, hey, I know that God is out there. It's just there. It's everything. And then I went to the second step and I said, and so God's in me. So that's really cool. And then I went to the third step, which is I know that I can do whatever I need to do. So if I need to make a pie, I can use the God inside of me to do it. I'm going to get the ingredients. I'm going to follow the recipe. I'm going to talk to my friends about how they make pie. And I'm going to make the very best pie because the God inside of me will help me make that pie. I get to make a pie. So if you get to have something, what do you say? Thank you. That's the fourth step. I said, thank you, God. Thanks for helping me make the pie. And the fifth step was let it go. And then you know what? I went and made that pie and it was delicious. Oh, it was so good. It had apples and berries in it. It had a crust that was really flaky and wonderful. I put butter and sugar and all this good stuff. Oh, it was so yummy. And we warmed it up and then we put ice cream on the top. That pie was definitely God. So prayer helps because I was feeling like I couldn't make that pie. But then I remembered that powerful word, yet. And I knew that all I had to do was let myself know that I had everything I needed to do it. Sometimes you can't do it as fast as you make a pie. It might be something that's harder to do, like learning how to build a house or learning how to drive a car, right? Those things might take a little longer. Or even learning how to build a certain structure with your Legos, right? Might take a little longer, but you can always pray that you can do it, right? Okay, that's a great prayer. Today, we're learning about responsibility, and somebody new came to talk to us about it. Let me get him. Hi, who are you?
I'm Old Blue Eyes. I'm a cow.
I can see that you're a cow, and I can see that you have blue eyes.
Yes, I do. And I really, really like to hang out in this room with you, Miss Liza.
You do? Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, cow. Old blue eyes.
Well, I'm glad to be here too, but I wanted to talk to you about this thing called responsibility.
Responsibility. Can you tell the friends what it is, cow?
Responsibility is like a chore you might have or something you need to do. It's your job.
Yeah. Do you have responsibilities?
Oh, yes, I do. And most of us have responsibilities. I'm sure a lot of the kids have responsibilities like making their bed or brushing their teeth.
Yeah, I'm sure they have those too. Responsibility. It's a big word.
It just means you do what you're supposed to do, and then everybody's happy. You might help people out when you're being responsible.
And so it's doing your work or doing your job.
Or maybe following rules.
Oh, so it might be your responsibility. Like, say the rule is get in line and stand there nicely. Then if you don't follow that rule, does it mess it up for everybody?
It could, yeah.
Do you have any responsibilities, Old Blue Eyes?
Oh, I do. I live on the farm. And it's my responsibility to leave the barn every day and go out to the pasture and eat a lot of grass.
Oh, that's a pretty easy responsibility.
But then I have another one too.
And what is that?
Well, I go over to the side of the barn so the farmer can milk me. And I meet him there every day.
Oh, and then we get milk from you. That's so nice.
Yes, but one day I didn't go. I was out in the pasture eating grass and I just decided I wanted a nap. So I went to sleep instead of going and giving the farmer my milk.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, the farm family was so sad. They didn't have any milk the next day for their meals.
Oh, so sometimes if you're not responsible, other people are sad.
Oh, yeah. It's really important to be responsible so everyone can be happy.
So what happened the next day, cow?
Oh, I gave the farmer a lot of milk and I apologized. I said I was sorry and it was all good. But I did feel bad because I wasn't responsible.
So I understand now what responsibility is. Thanks for letting us know, cow.
You're welcome.
Everybody say bye to Old Blue Eyes.
Bye. Be responsible.
Oh, that's cool. He had a responsibility and somebody else had a hard time because he wasn't responsible. But that's okay. He learned and he started being responsible again. I have a song about responsibility. We've been singing it a bit. You've maybe heard it last week or the week before. But let's sing it now. Here's how it goes. Put your thumbs up and say, I've got my. Can you say that? I've got my. Then we're going to clap twice and wiggle our fingers. Responsibility. We're going to do it again. I've got my. Wiggle over here. Responsibility. And then again. I've got my. In the middle. Responsibility. I'm so responsible. Can we sing it? I've got my responsibility. I've got my responsibility. I've got my responsibility. I've got my responsibility. I'm so responsible. What's something you did that? Oh, what? You did? You brushed your teeth every day? That's so responsible. Let's sing about that. I've got my responsibility. I've got my responsibility. I've got my responsibility. I brush my teeth every day. What else? I help set the table. What else? I do the dishes after dinner. What else? I make my bed every day. Oh, those are all great responsibilities. And you know, if you do those, what? I picked up my toys. Yes, picking up your toys, that's a good responsibility to follow. Because if you don't, someone might step on your toys and get hurt, right? We don't want that to happen. So it sounds like you are all being very, very responsible. How great. Hey. Sometimes you might forget to be responsible, right? You might forget to be a little bit responsible, and you might need some help remembering. So, in order to remember, what do you need to use to remember? Your brain. Yes. Do you have God in your brain? Yeah, you do. But sometimes you forget to use it. You forget to use your brain where God is. And so, if you're forgetting to use your brain, you're maybe forgetting how to make the good choices, right? Sometimes you're upset about something. If you're upset about something, like maybe it's your responsibility to show up for dinner on time, but there's a really good TV show on, so you don't want to get up and go to the table. And then how do you feel? You might get mad, right? Now, it's not so good to feel mad. It's okay to feel mad, angry, sad, frustrated, impatient. It's okay to feel those ways, but you don't want to keep feeling those ways, right? So there's a way you can control all that. You can have a strong brain. So when it's time to go to the table for dinner, but your good show is on, you can say, I'm going to make the right choice. I know how to use my brain. But you know what? Your brain's not that strong always, right? So we exercise our brain, and we do this thing called meditation. And it's when we sit quiet and still and think happy thoughts. So when ugly, yucky things happen, we can just use our brain, which is really strong because we've been exercising it with meditation. And the way we meditate is we sit quiet and still and think happy thoughts for about 2 minutes. I'm going to make the room a little darker. Can you count to 10 with me while I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, it's getting a little darker. 7. I'm going to grab some over here. 8, 9, and 10. That's better. It's a little bit darker, a little more cozy in here. Now I'm going to put on some soft music. We're going to sit for 2 minutes. Get comfy. You can lie down even if you want to. Lie down. I don't think you want to stand up because standing up is not so comfortable, is it? No. I'm using my phone to find some nice meditation music. You want to hear it? Ooh. Isn't that nice? Yeah. So get comfy. You might sit crisscross applesauce, sit in your favorite chair, lie on your bed, lie on the floor, however you feel comfy. We're going to meditate for 2 minutes, all right? Let's take some breaths before we do that. for 2 minutes made our brains stronger? Yeah. Oh, I feel great. Do you feel good? Me too. Yay. Oh, great. So let's see. We talked about God and how we have it inside of us and we can use it to do whatever we need to do. And if we ever forget, just say a prayer. And then we learned all about responsibility. We sang a song about it. And now we've meditated. And now it's time for our story. Do you see it up there? Can you see it? You see it? It's called Strega Nona. I'm going to go get it. This is a story about responsibility. I'm going to go get it. Are you ready? Oh, I'm excited because this is a good book. Here we go. Let me get my book. Yay! Strega Nona. Oh, I really like this book a lot. So, the name of this book is Strega Nona. Let's see what it's about. I know it has a lesson about responsibility in it. Okay, here we go. In a town in Calabria, a long time ago, there lived an old lady everyone called Strega Nona, which meant Grandma Witch. Although all the people in town talked about her in whispers, they all went to see her if they had troubles. Even the priests and the sisters of the convent went, because Strega Nona did have that magic touch. There she is, right there. I wonder how she was magic, huh? She could cure a headache. Oh, let me do this. Here we go. She could cure a headache with oil and water and a hairpin. She made special potions for girls who wanted husbands. And she was very good at getting rid of warts. But Strega Nona was getting old, and she needed someone to help her keep her little house and garden. So she put up a sign in the town square. And Big Anthony, who didn't pay attention, went to see her. "Anthony," said Strega Nona, "you must sweep the house and wash the dishes. You must weed the garden and pick the vegetables. You must feed the goat and milk her. And you must fetch the water. For this I will give you 3 coins and a place to sleep and food to eat." Sounds like a pretty good deal. "Oh, grazie," said Big Anthony. "The one thing you must never do," said Strega Nona, "is touch the pasta pot." You see it there? "It is very valuable, and I don't let anybody touch it." "Oh, see, yes," said Big Anthony. So that's the rule, right? Don't touch the pasta pot. Now, if you follow rules, you're responsible. Let's see what happens. And so the days went by, and Big Anthony did his work, and Strega Nona met with her people who came to see her for headaches and husbands and warts. Big Anthony had a nice bed to sleep in the goat shed, and he had food to eat. And one evening when Big Anthony was milking the goat, he heard Strega Nona singing. Peeking in the window, he saw Strega Nona over the pasta pot. "Bubble, bubble, pasta pot, boil me some pasta nice and hot. It's hungry and it's time to sup. Boil enough pasta to fill me up." Then Strega Nona sang, "Enough, enough, pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down, pot of clay, until I'm hungry another day." "How wonderful," said Big Anthony. "That's a magic pot for sure." Look at how she made the pasta go. And Stregonona called Big Anthony for supper. But too bad for Big Anthony, because he didn't see Stregonona blow 3 kisses to the pasta pot. 3. And this is what happened. The next day, Big Anthony went to the town square to fetch some water. He told everyone about that pasta pot. And naturally, everyone laughed at him because it sounded so silly. I mean, a pot that makes pasta all by itself. You'd better go and confess to the priest, Big Anthony, they said. Such a lie. And Big Anthony was angry, and that wasn't a very good thing to be. I'll show them, he said to himself. Someday I'll get that pasta pot, and I'll make it cook, and then they'll be sorry. Is he supposed to touch it? No, he should be responsible. That day came sooner than ever. Sooner than Big Anthony would have even thought. Because 2 days later, Stregonona said to Big Anthony, Anthony, I must go over the mountain to the next town to see my friend Strega Amelia. You'll sweep the floor and weed the garden, feed the goat and milk her, and for your lunch there are some bread and cheese in the cupboard. And remember, don't touch the pasta pot. Oh, yes, Stregonona, said Big Anthony. But inside he was thinking, my chance has come. He wants to show those people, right? As soon as Stregonona was gone and out of sight, Big Anthony went inside, pulled the pasta pot out off the shelf, and put it on the floor. Now let's see if I can remember the words, said Big Anthony. And Big Anthony sang, Bubble, bubble, pasta pot, boil me some pasta, nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time for sup. So boil me some pasta to fill me up. And sure enough, the pot bubbled and boiled and began to fill up with pasta. Aha, said Big Anthony. And he ran to the town people, jumped on the fountain, and shouted, Everyone get forks and plates and platters and bowls. Pasta for all at Stregonona's house. Big Anthony had made the big magic pasta pot work. I made it work. Of course, everyone laughed at him, but they did bring forks and plates and platters and bowls. And sure enough, when they got to Stregonona's, the pasta pot was full. It was beginning to overflow. See it? See that pasta sticking out of it? Mm-hmm. Big Anthony was like a hero. He scooped out pasta and filled the plates and platters and bowls. There was more than enough for all the townspeople, including the priests and the sisters from the convent. And some people came back for 2 and 3 helpings. But the pot was never empty. See all those people eating pasta? He just keeps serving it, just keeps making it. When all had had their fill, Big Anthony sang, Enough, enough, my pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day. But alas, he did not blow the 3 kisses. He went outside to the applause of the crowd. Big Anthony took a bow. He was so busy listening to the compliments from everyone that he didn't even notice the pasta pot was still bubbling and boiling until a sister from the convent said, Oh, Big Anthony, look! And the pasta was pouring out of the pot all over the floor of Stregonona's house and was coming out the door. Big Anthony rushed in and said the magic words again, but the pot kept bubbling. He took the pot off the floor and put the pasta, but pasta kept pouring out from it. Big Anthony grabbed the cover and put the cover on top of the pot and sat on it. But the pasta just raised the cover and Big Anthony as well and spilled out onto the floor of Stregonona's house. Look what's happening. Oh no, pasta everywhere. Stop, yelled Anthony. But the pasta did not stop, and if someone hadn't grabbed poor Big Anthony, the pasta would have covered him. The pasta had all but filled the little house. One of the windows and through the door, out of the windows and through the door came the pasta, and the pot kept right on bubbling. Look at it. The townspeople began to worry. Do something, Anthony, they shouted. Big Anthony sang the magic song again and again, but out those 3 kisses, it did no good. And by this time, the pasta was on its way down the road, and all the people were running to keep ahead of it. Oh, no. It's a good idea to be responsible, right? Oh, my gosh. We must protect our town from the pasta, shouted the mayor. Get mattresses, tables, doors, anything. Make a barricade. But even that didn't work. The pot just kept bubbling, and the pasta kept coming. We are lost, said the people. And the priests and the sisters of the convent began to pray. And the pasta will cover our town, they cried. And it certainly would have had Stregonona not come down the road, home from her visit. She didn't have to look twice to know what had happened. She sang the song and blew the 3 kisses, and with a sputter, the pot stopped boiling and the pasta came to a halt. Oh, grazie, thank you, Stregonona, the people cried. But then they turned on Big Anthony. String him up, the men of the town shouted. Now wait, said Stregonona. The punishment must fit to the crime. And she took a fork from a lady standing nearby, and she held it out to Big Anthony. All right, Anthony, you wanted pasta from my magic pasta pot, Stregonona said. And I want to sleep in my little bed tonight, so start eating. And he did. Poor Big Anthony. Oh, let me get this page turned. It's the end of the book. There he is with his full belly. Aww. And there she is sleeping inside of her house, right? Is it important to be responsible? What was his responsibilities? He had a lot, right? Milk the goat, weed the garden, so many responsibilities, but a very important one was a rule he needed to follow. Don't touch the pasta pot, but he didn't follow that rule. He wasn't responsible. And so what happened? Not good things, right? Yeah, that's why it's important to be responsible. I thought we could make a craft. I thought it would be really fun to make Stregonona's pasta pot as a craft. Let me get it. Oh, here's her magic pasta pot. Whoa, there goes the pasta. Pretty magic, huh? Ooh. Would you like to make that? It's really not hard to do at all. Okay, so let me tell you everything you're going to need to make this craft. For this craft, you will need 3 sheets of plain paper. 3 sheets. So just 3 sheets of plain white paper. Now, if you have a printer, you're going to put these sheets, 2 of these sheets, into the printer and go out on the website where you're watching me, and you will see something. It's either called, I think it's maybe called Stregonona's Pasta Pot, or maybe it's just called Magic Pasta Pot. You'll see it there, and you print that out, and you'll get 2 pages that come out that look like this. You'll get these 2 pages, alrighty? Okay? So, but if you don't have a printer, that's okay. I'm going to show you how to draw it, alrighty? Let me take our candles down, and I'm going to put the pasta pot up. Whoopsie. I'm going to put the pasta pot up like this. Okay, see that there? And then if you need to draw that pasta pot, just get a sheet of paper and I'm going to show you how to do it. Alrighty? Okay, so, and if you are printing it out, you can just fast forward through this part. You don't have to watch me draw it, or you can watch if you want. Right about in the middle of my paper, I'm going to make a line. It's pretty much right in the middle. It doesn't start all the way at this end, and it doesn't go all the way to that end. It's just about that long. Can you draw that line? Good. Now we're going to curve down on this side and curve down on that side and make another straight line across. Then from where I started here, I'm going to go down and up like a big upside down rainbow or a giant smiley face. It's a pot. So it's coming down. It's almost like a circle. And then it comes up like that. It's got two handles. This one looks like a C with another C on the inside. This one looks like a backwards C with another C on the inside. We got to give it two legs. 1, 2. See how they're separated like that? There you go. You drew a pasta pot. Good. Now, pasta, that was all squiggly and crazy. I wonder, can we do that? Let's just draw. Now, you don't want your pasta to be any wider than this or any taller than your pot because it's got to hide in there, right? So we're just going to make squiggly lines, going crazy, crazy squiggly lines. There we go. Just like that. Okay, look at those. That's your spaghetti, right? Okay. Now, you're going to color your pasta pot black, and you're going to color your pasta yellow. Alrighty? I want to tell you about, before you do that, the other items that you'll need for this craft, so you can go and get those too. So you're going to need black, yellow, gray, and brown crayons. Those 4 colors, black, yellow, brown, and gray. Black and yellow for sure. You might want to do, the gray and the brown are for the walls and the floor of her house. You might want her to have a blue and green house or a pink and purple house. That's fine. But I used brown for the floor because usually floors were dirt in Italy back then. And I used gray for like cement for the wall. But you can use any color you want, okay? So those 4 colors, or for sure, black and yellow, and maybe 2 other colors that you choose, all right? You're also going to need scissors. So get your scissors. And you're going to need glue. You can use a glue stick, or you could use school glue like this, either way. All righty? Okay. So, and some tape, maybe some tape you'll need. All righty? Okay, so you have this. Go ahead and color it. You can pause me while you color it, because I've already colored one. I'm going to show you what mine looks like. All right? Go ahead and pause me. Okay, hi, I'm finding my colored one. Here's the one that I colored. It looks like this. And then I got this sheet. And do you see how there's a little line right here? A little, you maybe can't see it so well, but there's a line through the middle, and then there's a little black line here. This was a white sheet. If you don't have this, get a white sheet of paper, because we're going to draw it right now. Get just a white sheet of paper, and you're going to draw a line right across the middle. You can do it with a black crayon. There you go. That's going to be the floor. That's going to be the wall. And then right about here, I think it's right about there, you're going to make a little slit, a little line like that. Okay? That's where you're going to cut, just so you know where to cut. Alrighty? And then you're going to color it, and you're going to color the bottom where that line is. You're going to color that brown, and you're going to color the top gray, or any 2 colors you want. Go ahead and color. You can pause me while you do that. Okay, did you color? Okay, so yours is looking pretty much like this now, right? Pretty much like that. Beautiful. Now, you're going to get your scissors. You're not cutting this sheet at all. Well, you are going to cut it just a little bit. But this sheet, we're going to start by cutting it all out. Can you cut this whole pot out and cut all of that pasta out? You can go ahead and pause me while you do that, and I know you can do it. Maybe you're like, I'm not good at cutting. You add the yet. I'm not good at cutting yet. Go ahead and cut it out. Cut around the handles. You don't have to cut that part out. Cut around it and cut around your pasta. Go ahead. You can pause me because I got mine already cut. All right. Here's my cut pasta pot and my cut spaghetti. I've got those too, right? And now I'm going to get this one that I already colored, and there's that little line right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my paper just like that. See how I folded it? And I can see that line there. And I'm going to cut right along that line. Like that. Alrighty? See how I did that? Okay. Then I'm going to get my pasta pot, and where I'm going to put the glue is on the back of the two handles. So here's my glue, and I'm putting glue on the back of this handle and on the back of that handle. And I'm putting my pot so the handles are just about right in the middle of that line, like that. The line that separates the floor and the ceiling. See that? Okay, now, how do we make that spaghetti pop up? Okay, I'm going to show you. Get one of your last plain piece of paper, like this, and we're going to roll it. And you fold it just a little bit to start with. Then we're not going to fold it. We're going to roll it up. See how I'm rolling it up? Rolling, 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 rolling. And you can glue this shut. You need it to be kind of skinny. Okay, so roll it tight. And you can glue this shut or you can tape it shut. I'm going to tape it. Got my tape here. And I'm just going to put a piece of tape like this. And then I'm going to put a piece of tape. My tape doesn't want to cut. Let's see what's going on with this. There we go. I'm going to put a piece of tape here. And then I'm going to get my pasta. And I'm going to use tape for that too, because I think that's easiest. I'm going to get my pasta. And I'm going to put it on the back of the stick. Can you see how I'm doing that? I've got my pasta like this. And then I'm taking my stick and I'm putting it on the back of my pasta. It looks kind of like a tree. Now I'm going to get my tape, get a pretty big piece, and I'm going to make it go all the way across like that and press it down. Okay? Now, remember that little slit that you made? Yeah, that's the magic of it. I'm going to take this pasta and I'm going to put it down like this. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put it this way. Get that open. Get my tube down in there. Oh, Miss Liz is not quite sure how she did this last time. I got it. Here we go. And now I'm going to poke it through this hole. Poking that pasta stick through that hole that I cut. I'm not doing a very good job here. I'm not doing a very good job yet. I think I need to cut it a little bit bigger. That's okay. I can do that. Let me cut it just a little bit bigger. There we go. Now it's going to work. Put my pasta stick down here. Like this. Nobody's going to see that because it's going to be magic. And I'm going to poke it through that hole in the back. If you need your big people to help you with this, they will do it, I'm sure. There we go. And now, get down in there, pasta. Here's our magic pasta pot. Whoop. And if Anthony had been responsible, he would have been able to blow the 3 kisses and make the pasta stop. But he didn't know. He didn't know to be responsible, but he learned. Okay, so I'm going to blow you some kisses right now and say goodbye. I'm so glad you were here this week. We learned about responsibility. We learned that God is everything. It's inside of us. We learned that we are love and joy and peace and kindness and responsibility and all that good stuff. I'm going to say bye-bye now. Bye-bye.